All right. I don't even have my new toy installed yet. I just fucking realized that shit. All right, let's do this shit. Continue whatever fucking career I'm in. We're gonna build a random fucking computer. And then we're gonna build a random fucking computer in real life. How about that shit? Let's do this shit. Do it. Alright, so PC build simulator, I guess because they came out with a new version of it that happens to be an Epic exclusive, so I'm not buying it. It does not have the current generation stuff. So we're gonna have to build a last generation version of Chad's new computer. Now, I am gonna be on Discord. So if anybody wants to hop in, at least for this portion, Discord will be open. So we have open mics tonight while I do this shit. Alright, so fucking Cajun Donkey needs a fucking gaming computer, right? So we want something that is capable of running games for the near future. And something that would be good for streaming from, right? So step one, I select the processor for Chad's particular computer. I selected a socket AM5 Ryzen. However, we don't have socket AM5 on PC build simulators, so we're gonna go with the socket AM4 equivalent of what I picked out. Let's see, for CPU coolers, because in this game they don't come with them stock. In real life they do, and hopefully the one that hopefully the CPU we ordered came with one. I got CPU coolers, so I'm not gonna buy another one of these. See, we'll sort that out by AM4 socket, which I already have a board for that. Let's see, memory. I think I went with Corsair for Chad's. I think. I forget. And I don't think I gave a single solitary isolated fuck about RGB. Well, Corsair, I think that might... Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to add 4 of those. Wait, how big is that? So, his computer is gonna have 32 gigabytes of RAM. So yeah, we added 32 gigabytes of RAM. We don't have 40 series graphics cards on PC Build Simulator. So we're gonna do the next best thing, and we're gonna get a 30 series graphics card. We'll get a RTX 3070. For storage, Homeboy's got an NVMe. I got him a significantly bigger one. However, on PC Building Simulator, it doesn't make a difference. So we'll just select whatever the fuck we can, as long as it's a fucking SSD. See, we did get him a 1,000 watt power supply, so let's go ahead and add that. And then I forget what the brand of his case is, but I think that so for Chad's case, I got a case that I've never worked in before. Like, I've never worked with it. I've never worked with that brand. So that'll be kind of interesting. I think it's an NZXT. Or, man, it's one of these newer brands that's really popular that I haven't fucking worked with because I'm such a fucking PC building boomer. I might, you know what? Fuck this. I'll be right back. Let me go look at the fucking box. Fucking fractal design. Let me see the comment section. Oh yeah, I can't see the comment section. That's right, because the fucking multi-stream bullshit's not fucking working. The fuck? Well, since Facebook is the most... Oh, you're... Okay, that's showing up now. Alright. Where's my game? Here it is. Yeah, so the case we ordered for Chad was a fractal design. I don't know if we'll have that specific one on this game. So... Yeah, we don't have that we don't have that case on this game, so I'm just gonna get whatever. And then, so Chad's PC is gonna be better than this, but less expensive. I think we went roughly $2,200. So, fucking step one of building a PC, fucking get your panels all taken apart and shit. Right? Then after that, you're gonna add the power supply, which I guess I have every power supply in the fucking game, but let's get the one I ordered for this. Let's see, so we got the power supply. Now we're gonna add the motherboard. Oh shit, I hope I've got some thermal paste sitting around. I'm sure I do. I got him a fucking Asus motherboard, but this has already gone off the fucking rails. So I opened up the socket right there. I've opened up the socket and I opened up the M.2 storage. So and you don't necessarily have to do these in this specific order, right? Like you can do them. We got him a Ryzen 7, although we got him a newer, better Ryzen 7 than this. But we're stuck with what the game gives us, right? So we'll get the processor installed, and then now normally what most people want to do is they want to put the and this is an easy little thing to fall into. They want to put the fucking the CPU heatsink on as quickly as they can. And they end up falling into a jam where they forget to put thermal paste on it. So what I usually like to do is, so they forget to put thermal paste on it and the shit fucking gets in the way, right? Like the fan gets in the way of putting other components in. So what I like to do is I like to put everything else in first. Now this, as long as we have an SSD, this shit doesn't matter. Fucking, we'll put that. I guess it doesn't fit. Okay. Even though it says it does. Fucking go ahead and put this in there. right in here. Close up the M.2 heatsink. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add the RAM. And the reason why I'm adding the RAM before I add the CPU fan is because I don't want the CPU fan to get in the way. Thermal paste is kind of messy, and it's something that when you do it, like, you want to do it right and correctly one time, and then after that, don't fuck with it. Well, this will have 16 gigs because I'm fucking lazy. All right, now we'll put the thermal paste on. This is actually pretty accurate right here, unless you're using a like a thread ripper. Unless you're using a thread ripper processor or like one of the fucking huge ones, you're gonna put a pea-sized drop of thermal paste on there. And the pressure from the heatsink clamping down on the CPU is gonna spread that out perfectly evenly the way you want it, so that you can get the thermal performance you're looking for out of it. Now we're gonna go ahead and install a 3070. And part of the reason why I'm doing this first, like, PC Build Simulator makes everything so much faster. But this is kind of to show you guys like a rough, here's what the hell we're doing, right? So we'll get this installed, and then we should, let's see, storage, RAM, CPU, graphics card, power supply. We should have what we need right here. So this step will not be happening in real life on the stream tonight, but power it on, test it, make sure it's good to go, install the operating system on it, boom, add the programs you're gonna add, in this case 3D Mark and OCCT and GPU tuner, right? Now, I'm not necessarily going to overclock Chad's because he's got such a fucking beefy computer that one should not have to overclock the fucking thing, at least for a while. I mean, if you want to, you know what? I don't know. I might add a small overclock to it just for the fuck of it, but you don't really have to. But generally, you'll have something that looks a little bit like this, right? I don't have a version of OCCT or like a real life equivalent to it. Generally what I do is I will put my overclock on there and I'll just stress test it with 3D Mark because I got all fucking day. But how I do it on this game is I will set this to infinite, and I will turn on, and basically what this does is it's gonna add like a maxed out load to the computer. It's gonna make the GPU and CPU go at full speed, and what's happening here is I am going to sort of min-max this, where you'll want the GPU temperature to not exceed 92 degrees Celsius. So first thing I'll do is I'll set the core voltage up. You will not see temperatures going up from this. That doesn't actually amp up the amount of power going to the graphics card. It amps up the amount of power that's allowed to go to the graphics card in the first fucking place. So we'll go ahead and just kind of ramp both of these up, and we'll see where we're at. Landed on 70. Okay, we got a little more headroom to go there. At least this is what I do. 80. 88. Now in real life, this is about where I would stop. Oh, look at this. Oh, shit. It didn't fucking blow itself up. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, we're sitting here hovering at around 90 degrees. Hit apply. And then that's done. Another thing that we can do is we can boot into the BIOS. We can get a little more performance out of it by maximizing the... we can get a little bit of performance by by turning on the XMP and the fucking BIOS, right? So we'll turn XMP on. Now you'll see it goes from 2066 to 3600. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then apply changes and restart. Yup. So we have a functioning, working, and built computer. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's get out of this fucking game. And let's go get some PC building in real life. Do I have everything I need? Here it is. Shit. Thought I had this fucking thing turned on. Test 1 2. Fuck. All right. So, what the fuck? Oh, fuck you. God damn it. Hold on a second. Alright, does this fucking thing work now? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Fuck this. Alright, we're just gonna do the workbench then. Y'all ain't gonna see my pretty face. God damn it. Nothing here fucking works. Well, it's because my computer got all fucked up and I have to reinstall. All the shit from my fucking webcam. Why the fuck does this not fucking work? Why? Because I haven't tooled around in the registry settings yet. So, alright, fuck it. No lube. Whatever. Let's get this shit. Fuck. I should move my good mic over here for consistency. Can y'all hear me very good? Y'all probably heard that really fucking good. God damn it. I don't have enough room. Dude, I spent like a half hour setting this shit up for none of it to fucking work. Alright, throw all this shit down. Oh, god damn it. We don't have a fucking CPU cooler. Alright, I'm gonna have to get you to order one of them. We can do the rest of it, though. Oh, shit. Okay. I thought you were getting 32 gigabytes of RAM. It turns out you're getting 64. Fuck is this shit? $200 off of food? I guess. Whatever. 4070. Let's fucking get it in. Motherboard. Another very important component. Power supply. And the SSD is not in the box. Unless they packed it weird, it's not fucking in here. You might want to follow up on that. I literally just opened this and the SSD is not in it. Well, we're going to do what we can with what we got, okay? We're not going to have a fully built computer this stream because I guess nothing is going to work the way it needs to. I thought I sent you the link to a solid state disk and I thought you ordered it, but I don't fucking know. I sent you like 15 million fucking links. Anyways, fucking all reliable EVGA. These guys make awesome fucking power supplies. I've never in the history of ever had one fucking die on me. Never. So we got RAM. I was intending on giving you 32 gigabytes. I don't really think you need 64 at this point, but you got 64, so that's what you're getting. So, we're going to look at the motherboard now. Man, I love unboxing shit. It's like fucking Christmas in here. It's probably like Christmas for you just watching this, Chad. Good God, this fucking thing is heavy. Although I did kind of go a little bit extra with the motherboard. This is an expensive ass high-end motherboard. But it came with that fucking bundle that I had you get. Man, why do they have to pack this shit up like this, man? like I have to fucking do a seance to open the damn box. So this is a heat sink for the SSD that we're not going to install because we don't have today. So here's a keychain. I'll have to throw that in your box if you want it. Warranty information, I will throw that in your box. Stickers, I will throw that in your box when I ship it out. Manual, who needs those? And then I think that should be it. They don't. Oh yeah, they got random cables and shit too. Graphics card holder. Well, let's get all this shit on the table for now. And let's get this box off the table. Fuck, no link for the SSD. Shit. Alright. I came up with an SSD and then yeah, I don't know. Maybe I didn't send you the link. I know I picked one out. How much storage do you want? Honestly, I'm thinking, I don't know, 2 terabytes ought to do the trick. But maybe you want less, maybe you want more. Like how big of a drive does your computer currently have? So this is the 4070. This is not the most high-end 40 series graphics card. It's also not the lowest end. It is somewhere in the middle. It's better than the graphics card I have in my computer, though, right now at least. So, god damn. They packed the fuck out of this shit this time. Oh, Jesus Christ, that fucking thing is a lot heavier than... Maybe we're gonna need that support bracket after all. I mean, 2 terabytes is what I usually would go with, but if you want to save a buck or two, we could go at 1 terabyte. Doesn't really fucking matter that much. Well, that came with all kinds of manuals and shit. This is kind of cool. It's just a little something that could go on your desk. And I think this is a warranty card. We're going to want to keep that. So this is your graphics card. This thing is, well, it's pretty fucking big. Jesus Christ. So we got that. Motherboard moved aside. This is your processor. It's a Ryzen 7 7700X. I wish they would have said that the cooler was not included on the fucking website, but we're gonna have to buy a cooler too, Chad. We're gonna need that. I'll get you some Amazon links, and then yeah, so we're gonna need a cooler. All right, so the fucking the moment at least Chad's probably been waiting for. We're gonna bring his case on the stream now. Actually, wait, no, I'm sorry. I lied. We got to get the power supply out of the box. Now, different people have different ways of doing this. I personally put the power supply in first. Accidentally dropping your power supply on your fucking $1,000 of graphics card and motherboard and shit. Not a good look. Not fun. So I try to avoid it. So you shouldn't really need a 1,000-watt power supply. The reason why we have a 1,000-watt power supply is because it will run the 600 or 700 watts of power that we are drawing more efficiently. So this is the power supply right here, and these are a whole jumble fuck of cables that come with it. They are going to be thrown into the box when I ship your computer to you. Don't lose these, because when you want to put something in your computer, like a new whatever the fuck, if you ever want to, you may need them. However, right now, we're just going to grab the ones that we know we need. So, this graphics card has an 8-pin power supply. Why am I not wearing gloves? Oh, that's a good question, Andrew Grant. The reason why I'm not wearing gloves is because I have done this for like the better part of 15 years and have never had anything go wrong as a result of me not wearing gloves. So I will continue to not wear gloves. I think I like this one so that we don't have all this extra loose stuff hanging everywhere. 24 pin, gonna need that. And CPU. God, I hope it's not a fucking... Well, it's probably an 8-pin. I hope they're not making them with more than that nowadays. I guess we'll take a look at the motherboard and see. Yeah, I'm not wearing gloves and I'm not using an anti-static wristband. Because while it may be best practices to use an anti-static wristband, I have never used one and I have never had anything bad happen as a result. And believe me, I've done this a lot. So this is the motherboard. So our 24 pin is going to plug in right here. Jesus Christ, they really do have fucking 2 8-pins for the... Wow, okay. I was kind of hoping they wouldn't go to doing that, but... Fucking... Everybody's got hopes and dreams, right? Fucking... I hope and dream for less cables to deal with. Apparently, PC component manufacturers don't share those hopes and dreams. So we're going to have 2 8-pin connectors going to the motherboard. That kind of sucks. I'm hoping... Man, I was hoping that they would have made... I was hoping they would have made a 16-pin power supply cable. But nah. Yeah, so... Fucking EVGA, get on that shit. If we're gonna have a 16-pin, if we're gonna have 2 8-pin connectors to power the CPU, then motherfucker, I want one cable that has the 2 8-pins on it, like one jacketed, braided, sleeved motherfucker like this with 2 fucking cables. Fucking get on it. EVGA and other computer manufacturers. If you're gonna up the hardware requirements, up the cables. I like having my systems clean as fuck. I hate unnecessary cables. Now, there is one thing that we do need to double check with this motherboard. Okay, so this is cool. They just have this plate built on the motherboard. It's looking like, yeah, it's just built on there. A lot of people, when they're building their first computer, will forget to put that plate in there, and they'll just have this big gaping hole around these fucking connectors. And whenever I see it, it drives me fucking crazy. Like, oh, it's so fucking wrong. So, this is... Sorry about that, everybody. I have limited room here. So, we have our trusty screwdriver. We have Mr. Benchmade. And we have thermal paste. This is not useful right now because we don't have a CPU cooler. And they had to put these thumb screws on like ridiculously tight for whatever reason. So we're going to have to use Mr. Phillips to get them off. Take my Knife off of the tempered glass. Fuck, that's a thin sheet of glass. Alright, so some of this stuff may be hard for you to see, Chad. And we have space back here for mounting fans, which we're not going to do because we don't have the fans here. We're going to take the fractal fans out. I'm probably going to do that another time when the Noctua fans that we ordered are in. I'll put those in there, and then I'll put one of them here and one of them up here. I probably could mount two of them up here, but fucking we don't want to turn your fucking computer into a wind farm. So step number one, I'm gonna have to move this microphone some. Step number one is I got to get the power supply installed. Somewhere amongst this pile of shit should be a bag of screws. Sometimes it comes with the motherboard. Oftentimes it comes with the case. However, the case didn't have a bag of screws in it when I opened the box. I can double check at the bottom of the box. Yeah, we don't have a pile of screws here. I'll be right back. back. So I'm gonna have to send Fractal Designs a fucking nasty gram because the damn thing came. I shit you not. Like, I went and looked in the box. Like, I've got the fucking owner's manual right fucking here. You know? Unless they hid them somewhere inside the case, the damn thing did not ship with screws. I guess they expected me to put this PC together with fucking hopes and prayers. I'm going to take this side panel off. I hate it when they do it, but sometimes they'll hide a bag of screws in there. Lo and behold, much to my... Oh! Well, there's a box. The $2,500 question is... Does this fucking box have screws? I fucking hope it does. Yeah, let me move this shit so I can get it on stream. Oh. Here's the screws. Fucking hidden. Bastards. Fucking hidden. Why they gotta do shit like... At least they gave me a couple of zip ties. Why they gotta do shit like that? Fuck. Bastards. Well, we got screws. They have this stupid fucking tie tied into the hard drive cage. Alright, so if you want to add, like, SATA drives to your computer, Chad, you can put them inside of this. They mount up in there, and, yeah. Oh, and look at this shit. The copyright wears out on fucking Mickey Mouse, and you start seeing the little fucker everywhere. Not really Mickey Mouse, it's just in there so they could mount a whole... smorgasbord of different types of optical drives. Is this supposed to like clip down? You know, in theory it is. I don't know why we're bothering with this. We don't really care. We're not putting a fucking SATA drive in this computer. Unless Chad wants to buy a SATA drive. Which I'm sure he would, but unless he needs a decent amount of space, I don't suggest it. Be a waste of money. Alright, step number 1, power supply. Let's fucking get there. Alright, so they... In this particular case, where the hell did I put my damn driver? There it is. In this particular instance, they have this bracket here that is supposed to hold the power supply. Now, I guess I could put the motherboard and everything in first because I'm not mounting it in from this way. But I'm putting the power supply in first because that's what I fucking do. unless I'm in a hurry or don't give a shit or whatever. So I'm assuming these 4 screws are for the power supply. Yeah, you know what? I don't have enough camera space to pick everything up. So we're going to line these holes up right here. And fucking PC Building Simulator like makes it look a lot different than what you see here. I mean, they at the earlier points of the game, they do make you put in each and every single individual screw, like I'm doing here, right? But they don't take into consideration a lot of the shit that can happen, like dropping a screw or having a fine thread screw when you need a coarse thread screw, and vice versa, and all the annoying little headaches that come with that. Alright, so the power supply is in. Now, we're going to check the motherboard standoffs. This part may be a little difficult for you to see because everything is black. But basically, this is your motherboard, right? We have holes where it's supposed to screw in, and we need to make sure that those line up and there's not any extra fuckery going on there. So this looks correct. I am a little bit thrown off by this though. This standoff has threads that are coming up, and I haven't seen that shit before. So I can tell by looking at it that this matches up, but when you're building a computer, you want to make sure that these match up, because you don't want to hit something on the bottom of your motherboard here and make a short. So we're gonna carefully and gently lower that in there. So this is 6 screws. Get some more screws here. I think these are what we're looking for. Or these. Maybe these. No, not these. Fucking kick. Actually, let's fucking... pretty sure it's these. I'm having fucking doubts though, so let's take the motherboard back out and let's find out so we can do this the right way. Because these have like different threads on them. Usually it's a coarse thread, but I got like 9 fucking standoffs, 8 of them with a hole to put a screw in. And None of these bags have exactly 8 screws. Well, that's definitely not the screw we're looking for. So there's, in this bag, there's... Oh, there's 8. Yeah, this is it. This is it right here. So, usually I like to do this with a magnetic screwdriver. That is a point that used to be really controversial back in the day. Oh, you're gonna harm your hardware with a magnetic screwdriver. No, you're fucking not. This, however, is not magnetic. I'd like to magnetize it, but too lazy. So what I do, hold it like that, get it where you want it to go. I may have to get a magnetic screwdriver from the other room though, because there's a couple of these holes here are a little tricky. I don't have to do this one though, thank God, because the fuck words. That part where it was threaded up, for whatever weird reason they chose to do that. Alright, so the motherboard is installed. So next, we're going to get the RAM in. Now, there's not a specific order that you have to do this stuff in. I do things in the order that I do them in because I think it's easier this way. But if you have a different order that you do things in, all you random PC building people out in the comments section, that's perfectly fine. We all have our own things. So I normally like to fill out all 4 of these slots, no matter how much RAM I'm putting in there. Now, you don't absolutely have to fill all 4 slots. You could only put RAM in 1 if you want to. But they are, on a lot of motherboards, they care a little bit about what slots you put them in if you have more than 1 or less than 4. And that you can it'll still work, but you can get gains in performance that are ever so slight by putting them. All right, so what I'm doing here, I have this notch here, right? It's not going to let me insert it the wrong way. If you try to force it in the wrong way, you'll break something. So on a lot of motherboards, you'll see these tabs right here, right? These are what hold the RAM sticks in. On a lot of them, they will open. They'll have these tabs that open on both sides of the DIMM slot. But on this one, they chose to have a bunch of heatsink stuff cool in the chipset and all these different brackets and stuff here. So that's in the instance of this, you sort of take this and you rock it in rather than just straight up inserting it. Now when I rock this in, if I have that little slot facing the correct way, which I don't, then it'll just go in. Or maybe I did. There we go. Oh, this one doesn't even seem to care about being rocked in. It's just clicking in. All right, so RAM is in place. Computer is looking just a little bit more done. So what we could do now is we could get the graphics card installed. If I do that, it's going to sit roughly right here. And if I do that, you know, I'm not going to do that yet. But I could do that and still have it work. I am going to take these damn slot covers off, so that later on when I want to do that, I will have it good to go, right? Now these things, I will end up putting them in a Ziploc bag and including them in your shipment, but you'll probably never use them, so they could go in the garbage if you don't want to keep them around. So, to get back to what I was talking about, I have a few things that I need to do, okay? I need to get the 24 pin. I need to get the 24 pin for the power supply and the two 8 pins for the CPU plugged in. I also need to get the front panel and USB stuff plugged in. And I don't know how that's going to be on this case. In older cases that I have dealt with, sometimes it can be a royal pain in the ass. Well, okay, no, it's not really a pain in the ass. It's tedious and fucking kind of annoying. And some of it might wait until we have a CPU cooler. We may take these fans out because we're replacing them with Noctua fans, which are far superior. So what I'm wanting to do here, I'm probably not going to put the graphics card in tonight. And the other reason for that is because I'm just going to have to take a bunch of this crap off in order to put the SSD in there. So I just as well put this graphics card inside an anti-static bag and not fuck with it for the rest of the night. So what I'm going to do now is I would lean towards getting the front panel header stuff done. I will do some of that. But first I'm going to try to get these power supply cables where they're supposed to go. And y'all are not going to see very much of me doing that because I am going to have to route cables through here. So I'm going to plug that in. Now, actually, before I go, it is keyed on here, right? So when you're fucking with it, you don't have to worry about putting it in the wrong way. You can put it in. If it will go in without you physically forcing it, it'll be fine. The other good indicator is there will be a triangular shaped thing for this tab right here to grip onto. If you look for that, you'll know you're inserting it the right way. Fucking a caveman can do this. Like on some real shit, I could teach a 10 or 11-year-old kid how to do this. The assembly part's the easy part. It's also the fun part. So we have this cable strung out through here. Now we're going to get our CPU cable installed. I hate the fact that I have to use both of these fucking things. And what's kind of annoying is this dude is like split up, right? Here, let me turn this shit. Let me turn this shit on its side. So this shit's like split up, and I have to make sure it lines up with these holes right here. Can I get better lighting there? Man, it's all fucking black. I should have ordered a whiteboard for the video. Yeah, they're just a pain in the ass, and I'm going to insert them. I'm going to insert them wherever they wish to cooperate. This one's fucking split too. And they try to make them sometimes to where they snap together, but they don't always snap together that well. God damn it. It's this fucking shroud. It's in my way. Looks cool, but making it a little bit difficult to work in there. Alright. Fucking CPU power is on. So now we're going to fish. There's a tiny hole in the top of the case that we're going to fish these through. So that they don't look like a sloppy bag of ass. Because, you know, around here we do shit the right way. God damn it! Can I get a microphone that's not in my fucking way? Sorry, everybody. I need a lavalier mic for this shit. Alright, so we have that stuff in. Try to move this to the side here. See what I'm doing. So my plan here is to take the included zip ties. I'm going to zip tie right here, right up here. It's not on the camera. I'm going to zip tie right up here. And I'm going to zip tie right here to hold these cables where I want them to be. And I have no problem with them being there. That's going to be a permanent place for those cables. And it will afford me enough room to reach around the bottom here where I'm going to plug it in. Only this bottom zip tie here is going to serve to keep it from brushing against the motherboard. See, here's the shit that PC Building Simulator doesn't fucking show you. Although, I understand why. Cable management, it's tedious and it's not really fun for most people. There's some people out there, people, I'll admit, people like me, who like cable management and think it's a little bit therapeutic. That being said, I will admit that even though I like cable management, it does get tedious, and in some instances, the juice is not worth the squeeze. But in this particular instance, I think it absolutely is. And it's not fucking hard. They set it up. In the old days, this shit used to be really fucking hard. You had to be creative with it. Nowadays, they practically hand you cable management on a golden fucking platter. You didn't have all these nice little rings that, man, I sound like a fucking boomer. Back in my day, dude, you didn't have all these nice little fucking rings that you're putting these cables through, right? You just kind of had to figure it the fuck out. Sometimes you had to go in the case and you had to like drill holes, and sometimes if you really wanted to get crazy, you had to solder together longer cables. And yeah, it was a pain in the ass back in the day. It really was. Now, they've already handed us some cable management shit right here. So, if the fucking shoe fits, we're going to wear it. And in this particular instance, we're going to use what the people at Fractal Design gave us right here. It's already fucking there. Now this won't even be the most elegant looking. This won't even be the most elegant looking thing that I'm doing here. Actually, I'm not even 100% sure it'll reach if I do that. Well, good thing it's not permanent. So I'm going to back the power supply out a little bit. And then I need to figure out where this stuff. Okay, so we're not going to use that part of the cable tie. We need another like 6 inches of cable. So I'm actually, in this particular instance, I'm going to get that shit in first. And then afterwards, I will go ahead and do the cable management for that. Alright, so we have our little extension that we picked out for the GPU right here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get that motherfucker on there. Huzzah, that bitch is in. Now the power supply can go right back where it's supposed to be. Hey Taco, man, I just fucking started this. The fuck are you on about, bro? I'm not even gonna be able to finish it tonight because I don't have everything I need. Fucking asshole. What are the specs? Ooh, good question. Yeah. Hennessy on YouTube. We are rocking out with Ryzen 7000 series. It's a fucking, I forget which, it was a 7700X, 5.4 gigahertz max boost, 4.5 gigahertz base, 8 core 16 thread processor. I don't have the cooler though, so it's not going to be done tonight. So, this right here is a 4070, 12 gig model. The Asus 3070 or 4070 dual. So, these are the parts right here that are kind of a fucking, these kind of suck, but we'll get them in. These are kind of meh. Oh, these are the case fans. I don't care about that. Because we're putting new fans in there. And yeah, this is all like front side USB and front side audio. And all that shit's gonna be at the bottom of the motherboard, so I pretty much like where that stuff is. Well, let me make sure. Now, 2 of these are by the 24 pin, and then the rest are at the base of the motherboard. So we're gonna be rocking out with a 4070. The RTX 4070 dual OC 12 gig. Now, full disclosure, this is not my computer. I'm actually building this for another streamer. I'm not even funding it. He's funding it. I'm building it for him. And, yeah. Life's fucking great. He hooks me up, I hook him up, bada boom, bada bang. What I like about doing a new build as opposed to repurposing a build for somebody is that I get to keep the box that the ATX case shipped in. I get to hold that until I'm done with the build and then fucking mail it to them in the box. So I don't have to go to a FedEx pack and ship and have them get on some shit. So the streamer that I'm building a PC for is that Cajun Donkey. You can find him on Facebook. He's a homie of mine. I kind of helped him get into the streaming world, and I've done this shit for a while, and I don't know, I kind of gave him a little bit of guidance here and there. And no, this is not my first PC. God, no. This is the first time I am really streaming building a PC, so production value here is not quite where I want it to be, but this is by no means my first ever build. He's not a new streamer. He's been going at it for a while. He's streamed on other Facebook pages and such, and now he's out doing his own fucking thing. Started his own fucking page, and I swear this is supposed to line up this way. Yep, it is. It's just choosing to be a pain in the fucking ass. Alright, we have that stuff in. Fucking huzzah. Do I think he'll get... I mean, I think you could get pretty good FPS. I mean, shit. I guess some of that really also depends on what monitor you're doing. Are you doing 4K? Are you doing 1080p? And, you know, your FPS, at least as far as you're going to notice, is going to be capped at the refresh rate of your monitor. So that'll be something that you'll need to take into consideration. Let's see. I need a phone or a flashlight or something. I cannot for the life of me see this shit. I mean, you have a pretty decent system, let's be real here. God damn, I'm probably starting to need glasses. I'm having a hard time reading that shit. So we got power LED and power switch. Hell, that's fucking simple. Okay. I might actually fuck with that when I'm more closer to ready to turn the fucking thing on. And they don't... God, I hope that's not it. I'm going to have to reroute this later. I don't like that being there. So I'm not putting in everything yet. This is actually probably going to end up being a 2-part stream because I'm going to have to wait on some of the parts to come in. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this stupid thing routed where it's supposed to be. So this is sort of a tinted, tempered glass, and we're not doing RGB here, so it's honestly not going to be very visible, but the problem is that I'm gonna know, and it's gonna fuck with me. So I don't want this thing hanging out on the bottom of the damn case. Well, then yeah, you should be getting awesome FPS out of your system, Zydo. So kind of what I'm doing is I'm routing this behind everything. Let me get it underneath this shit. I'm routing this behind everything here and like underneath to a hole that was coming out just above the power supply. That way we're not going to have an ugly cable hanging out on the bottom of the case. Ah, god damn it. This fucking microphone is too close to everything. I need a lav. I'm sorry about that, everybody. Man, I'm not a big fan of laptops, man. I understand the appeal. Having something you can pretty much take wherever in the house you want. Like, I get it. But they don't standardize anything on laptops. Get in there, motherfucker. The fuck is your problem? Dumbass screw. Alright, fine. We'll fucking do this way. This is why I've never been a huge fan of these big power supply backplates. Alright, well, we have this shit pretty nicely out of the way, so we're gonna clean this up a little more. I don't have any more handy dandy tie downs there. Some people fucking hate me. I'm one of these guys who zip ties fucking everything I can. Sometimes I fucking hate myself, dude. When I go back to work on this shit after I fucking build it. Like, man, it looks so fucking good when I'm done. And then, damn it, I have to work on it and tear it all apart and then redo it all. I kind of want to route all of this stuff inside of this cable tie here as much as I can. I really do, as much as I can, like using whatever is there. Yeah, 240 FPS is not bad, bro. Like, anybody who says 240 FPS does not know what they're talking about. Honestly, most people can get by with 60. You know, if you've got 240, man, you should not be having any complaints about any of that shit, like, ever. So, this stuff is as done as it's going to get for now. We will have to do more, but I need the CPU cooler. I guess I could fucking get everything installed. God damn it! Sorry, everybody. I could get everything installed. Well, it would help if I put it on the right way. I could get everything installed and see if it posts, possibly, but I really don't want to do that. I want to put a cooler on there. This is all brand new shit, so I'm confident in it. Oh shit, this top panel comes off pretty easy. What is this? Oh, it's that GPU mount. This comes off pretty fucking easy. I guess that's good though, because you can clean it. Clean dust out of it. I was thinking about taking those front fans out. Well, I'll have to take the side panel off again and do that. I'm not going to set the CPU in place right now because I don't have a cooler to put on it. So that's going to stay the way it is for the time being until I do. I'm not going to put the graphics card in because I don't have an SSD to put in here. You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to leave that one on for now because in case I'm working in there and get a thumbprint on it. Let's peel some of this plastic off. You'd be amazed how many people get excited for their first ever computer build, right? And they don't fucking tear the plastic off. So, we have a mostly functional computer. Oh, brother. Alright, well, that's gonna be that for now. Next time y'all see this computer on stream, we're gonna put a CPU in it, and we're gonna put the graphics card and the SSD in it, And then I'm not going to stream it, but I will put out a video of installing the operating system and getting the software and everything set up so that you guys can see how that goes. Anyways, I will see you all on the next live stream. Until then, peace out. Don't run with scissors. And, yeah. Fuck off. Have a nice night. Bye, bitches. Make sure to subscribe.